So what's the difference in engineering mindset? It comes to even risk, perception of risk analysis, some of these things that you mentioned, and educational liquidity. Most people, by the way, in my experience, they don't understand private investments versus public because they used to public being liquid
Hmm.
and you could acquire at the click of a button and then or a mobile app. But here you've got a very different process. Private alternative investments in general used to be the land of the ultra wealthy, but it's been democratized. And because it's been democratized, folks can enter the market, but it does take a learning curve. So just curious specifically, anything you see interesting on the understanding of liquidity perception, risk, decision making, what drives the conversation, and what drives action. And the reason I asked the question, I recently started reconnecting with my old friends from the tech world, and it's a different conversation versus people who are ready to go. It's almost like if they're not used to this,
Hmm.
it's not an easy it's not an easy switch. It takes a good amount of education, takes leap of faith, clarity on liquidity that you put your money in a deal for 5 years and it's going to be stuck there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that what you're talking about, we made some parallels here already about reference points that tech people are more likely to see, right? Than, perhaps those like, than medical or pilot. I mean, I can, and I can only speak so much about them, even though, I have friends who are in medical and pilot. But one of the things that I was mentioning is that, being in tech and seeing, especially in big tech where you're seeing companies that are, VCs, venture capital, and investing in their companies, that's maybe a bit more top of mind than knowing that your medical devices company had been acquired by someone else, or maybe knowing some of the big names, right?
Private equity acquisitions are more common. That's what you said.
There exactly, that's my point. And so that's definitely one part of it. And some of the things that make the difference, I would also say is because we have to solve a lot of problems and quickly, what we do is, everyone's solving problems, but solving problems where the technology is changing quickly, we're often looking for use cases and case studies, right? Like, how did someone else do that before? What were their results? And so that becomes a more and also like a common entity of, well, this first of all, this investment, alternative investments, it's not new, like you said, it's just been democratized, and that's understandable. But we can also say this is what other people have done. This is how they invest in this, and this is the returns. So the specific part that I'm referring to is using something like a case study or this is the results that other people have got is something that tech people are already trained to look for because they're asking, how did other people already solve this using some kind of technological solution, which very much is, with now having portals to make investments, right? Getting cash back placed into their accounts and things like that. So the stimulus is the thing to use is the case study and presenting in such a way that they have seen before as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's uh, the case, it's the use case in the engineering, it's the past present, although things are changing fast, so can't always rely on the what has happened in the past. So I'm just fascinated because you said two things. One, rapidly changing environment. It's just everything is moving fast. Second thing, you still want a proof of concept. So who else invested, and what has happened. So it's lots of people, they need proof, like some kind of proof. How do you build trust, right? How do you build trust fast? It's hard. You almost can build trust fast through reference, referral of somebody who right?
Yeah. And
Invested. But real estate moves slow.